Hello everybody, Angel Arts here again, and welcome to another episode of Let's Analyze characters from the Dragon Age Inquisition game, pre-release of the game. So in this episode, we are going to be talking about Sera. Again, according to her profile on the official website, Sera is impulsive and revels in the moment. For her, it's not about what's right, it's about what's right now. In the Friends of Red Jenny, she humbled authority and had fun doing it. But now the nobility are just being not just selfish, but blind. War, demons, a torn sky, these are more than troubling. They're terrifying. Fortunately, Sera and her friends can be frightening too, and if she needs to put an arrow through some baddies so regular people can sleep at night, so be it. Sera fights for those caught in the middle, but she also needs order restored. The world has to be normal so she can play. Sera has been known to be the wild card of the group, and her personality, I like how she has a problem with authority. She has a problem with people abusing power. That becomes very apparent, especially with the interview with Chris Jansen. I didn't realize until recently that she was part of the Friends of Red Jenny, who you first encounter in Dragon Age Origins. And I admit, I never really understood that much about the Friends of Red Jenny. There's some side quest tasks that you need to do for them. It seemed a little shady to me. I don't think it's ever revealed to the player as of right now what exactly their motivations are and what exactly are their true goals or alliances. They're just they're very enigmatic. I think it's going to be really neat to discover a lot of that as we interact with Sera. This is one of the things I love about BioWare and how they design their characters in your party, is because each character provides us a window not only to the characters personally, but also to specific organizations, specific locale that pertains to that character, the origins of that character. So the fact that they're bringing in the Friends of Red Jenny through Sera, I think is a really great way to motivate us into interacting with Sera, just so that we can learn a little bit more juicy stuff about the Dragon Age lore. I really like Chris Jansen's quote about Sera not being about what's right, but about what's right now. Doing something for the greater good makes Sera angry because she thinks that's shorthand for let's hurt people who don't deserve it because it's easier. That's a staple for a lot of decisions in BioWare games, and I can see her point. It's going to be interesting to learn what her moral compass is, because I think that trying to do the right thing, figuring out what she deems as the right thing, will be interesting. Sera is definitely a character that I would love to learn what makes her tick, what exactly is what her thought processes are in terms of doing what the right thing is. Because I think she deeply wants to do the right thing, but stuff like the greater good may not really sit with her well, as far as what really is the right thing. Is doing what's for the greater good, is that really the right thing? And it'll be interesting to watch her question that and to just get deep into her psyche. Sera's writer, Lucas Chris Jensen, continues by saying that he's written plenty of characters who were too clever for their own good, but Sera hasn't had the time to really test her beliefs, so she brings a level of very honest discovery. She's very raw and genuine, and she's not afraid to speak her mind. She likes people who try, even if they fail, and is suspicious of people who are so powerful when they don't have to be. There are people she loves, people she hates, and people she loves to hate. See, this is why I see Sera as a wild card, is because depending on any given situation, I think it'll be hard for me to predict exactly where she's going to lie, because she definitely has a very strong opinion of things, and you know, I think it'll be really interesting to try to figure out through how she, again, how she ticks, to know, where her chips fall when we're in specific situations. Again, Sera is going to be the first pure lesbian, as in she is a woman who is only attracted to women, as a companion in a BioWare game. And what I find interesting is I don't necessarily, unlike Dorian, I don't see nearly as much articles talking about Sera's sexuality. Even though Sera was announced earlier than Dorian, in terms of her being gay, like a lesbian, I still don't think that the sheer volume of discussion compared to Dorian is as large with her. And again, this might be because lesbian characters or lesbian people as a whole people tend to be slightly more accepting of them in society than of gay men, which I think is a shame, but that's just, again, the way the world is at this moment. So I mean, I find that very fascinating and interesting how that works out. She is an elven archer, and I think some people have a problem with the fact that they feel that that's stereotyping, the elf archer. Oh wow, another elf archer. For many people is pretty stereotypical, but I mean, Leliana was an archer, and I mean, maybe you could also argue that, oh, it's stereotypical for females to be the ranged fighters, whether they be an archer or a mage. But I mean, you've got Cassandra, who is clearly not that at all. She's a very in-your-face type of warrior. I mean, there's strong females across the gamut, mages, rogues, and warriors alike. So I'm not particularly bothered by the fact that Sera's an archer. Other tidbits of fun information: Sera cut her hair with a knife because it got into her eyes, and that's why her haircut specifically looks uneven. And Mary Kirby describes her as tequila and Skittles. That's actually an interesting combination. Kind of really want to try tequila and Skittles together. I badly want to try that right now. None of the articles that I've read really went into much detail as far as Sera's relationship with some of the other characters. Obviously, I think that she's going to butt heads with people of particularly high power, like Vivienne being a first enchanter, or possibly a candidate of being a first enchanter for a circle. I can imagine she might be butting heads a bit with Cassandra, probably with Colin as well, but who knows. So thank you again for watching this episode of Let's Analyze Sera. Tune in next time, everybody, and until then, love yourselves and love each other.